Low battery. Let's see. Low battery. Let's see if we can beat it. And let's also see if I cannot reckon to the person not paying attention. But would they got to get to the gym before they are get out of the gym? And if you're not going right, you are not going left. This is your Russian philosopher, Vladimir. Go poop my. Anyway, how's everybody on? To those future people that watch us, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and something. Take a quote from a movie. Currently battling bronchitis, and that was stemmed from when I was in the 8th grade. Went to the hospital because of feeling pain in my chest. Found out that it was severe pneumonia, and ever since then, it's pretty on every year to have some type of case of breathing issues, bronchitis, pneumonia, something. But I realize that that's a thing that could be my downfall, could be my uplifting. Because what does it force me to do whenever I can hardly breathe? Focus on breathing. And man, there's a lot of cars here. I didn't see anybody in the gym though. During a work day, I have the wrong job. So, essentially, I'm technically a millennial, and my generation whines a lot. How do I know this? Because whiners know whiners. But when you mature enough to realize it doesn't actually work, you get past that stage, and then you wonder why your peers are around you doing the whining yourself. So I said, we are the millennials that say, why me? It was the best, Monty Python voice that I could do. We are the millennials that say, why me? No. So, but the gym is actually helping me combat this a little bit. I don't know if it's the heat through running. I know some people may say it's dumb to run while you have breathing issues, but I feel 1,000 times better. I'm going to go home and take some music better than what I did yesterday. Each day it's getting a little bit better, but I'm not going to say why me. It just doesn't work anymore. And this whole YouTube thing is kind of funny. It's more for me than anybody else. But hopefully you guys can glean some knowledge and what not to do in life from these videos. The video keeps focusing back and forth. So, but the live videos are much easier. I don't have to put any effort into them. I don't have to edit them as much, especially on my phone. You can't do much on your phone, so it's just how it's going to be. If I had time to do animations again, I would try to step it up, but I don't. I'm currently negotiating some things, and hopefully I don't screw my family over in the negotiation process. But wealthy people never really become wealthy if they don't know how to take a risk. And this poor person right here that you're listening to wants to be wealthy, but I also want to have the wisdom in order to help people with that wealth once it does come into my life. So, but it's a matter of saving. It's a matter of doing things better. But if you put yourself down a spiral, it's really hard to get out of it. But it'll be fine. Heartbreaking stories I listened to today. I'm not telling any details, but it just seems like a lot of people are giving up in this world. There's no reason to give up. And that's why I titled it this way. Why me? Why me is a great question. Don't think of why me as the world. Think of why me as an opportunity to reflect on the situation and try to figure out what's going on. And don't take it as a failure if you can't figure out what is going on, because simply that might be the reason why you're in that now, to teach you that not everything is in your control. And simply because of that lack of control, you may find heartache in life. You don't need to have full control, Everybody says there's different ways around it. There's different worldviews, atheistic, you can believe in a God, believe in a Christian worldview, believe in a Buddhist worldview, a Muslim worldview. But I'm sure everybody in this world asks, why me? Everybody does. Whether it's the millionaire that just lost $100 million because of a bad deal, or it's the person that barely makes $20,000 a year and barely can get a loaf of bread on the table. Everybody asks, why me? And I'm not comparing the millionaire to that person that's drastically poor, but everybody deals with their own issues, and that they deal with what they can handle. And that's where the problem is. Some people just love to give up, and that's just why I want you to use the why me instead of an opportunity to accept giving up. Use that as an opportunity to push forward. So, and these videos also help me keep myself accountable, because if I get into the why me stance and I don't want to push forward, then I can remember that, hey buddy, you're going to be a hypocrite if you don't push forward. So, get a little foggy action on the windshield. But other than that, keeps on telling me I'm a low battery, but it's going up, so that means it'll be fine. Ultimate goal in life here is out there and try to get my passion for custom-made things turned into a way that I can make money off of it. Custom-made beer, custom-made soaps. A lot of that knowledge I don't have, but it's okay. So, the only other difference is this night shift stuff. Killing me. But I'll survive as long as I'm allowed to by God. It's His will. Gym was good. Back workout. I had been away from the gym for almost a month. I did one workout last week. I'm going to try to do 2 workouts this week. I slowly work back into it because simply I don't want to hurt myself. I work through the muscle groups. And what I mean by slow is I don't do the whole 5 exercises at 10 reps, 8 reps, 6 reps, 4, 2, and so on, in so many sets. I do it varied, and simply I find that it allows me to cut some areas of my body real quickly. And the thing is, if I decide to put mass on quickly, I'm going to have to give up beer for about 2 to 3 months in order to lose the stomach real quick, which is okay. It's fine. Sometimes you just have to give up things like that in order for things to work out. And let's pull our vehicle in there and back in without crashing into somebody. But essentially, this is the hardest thing I had to do over the last few months. Over the last 4 years, I really haven't had to parallel park because the way we lived was a parking lot style parking. And so you just didn't practice the skill. As you're sitting there pulling into a space, you have to just nudge your way in. The goal is to do it on the first time. Boom. That's okay. You won't fail this in life. You only fail it during driver's tests. I don't even know if they make kids do it in driver's tests anymore. But simply, over time you get better at things. Just keep on going. Just keep on pushing. So the why me is an opportunity for reflection. And I would suggest that if you haven't been able to reflect either in God's word or the worldview that you want to do, reflect in it. I believe in an ultimate truth, and I understand that some people never listen to my ultimate truth because they don't want to admit that there's a God. But hey, if you find that you're struggling in life, you want to seek out people that have some of that wisdom. And don't be prideful, because maybe that one person that's from a worldview that you disagree with may have wisdom that you're better off with. And it has happened in my life where I found wisdom outside of the Christian church. You got to be careful, though. If you sit there and profess to be a part of a certain worldview and a certain faith, you want to be careful that you're not mixing those two together, because you can still learn something from someone even if you disagree with them. Because maybe they know how to have peace better than you. Maybe what they do is gives them peace. Ultimately, don't believe in it, and that the only peace comes from Jesus Christ and God. But it's been known that, if you do certain breathing exercises and stretching and working out, that certain chemicals are released, and thus you will find a little bit of peace in your life. So you can find wisdom elsewhere. There's universal truths that everybody has that are written on their hearts. So, well, that's a little unscheduled shooting by the hip type of video.